Everybody, this is Miss K and welcome to Miss K Going Postal. So, as I said yesterday when I made my little welcome back video, welcome back. Hi, my postal freaks. I missed everybody. I didn't forget about you guys. So, I've been doing little things. I'm not sick. I'm well. I may be sick in the motherfucking brain, but I ain't goddamn physically sick. So, whatever. So, I told you guys yesterday on my welcome back video that I had some stuff that I wanted to go over with you that I think that you guys can use. So I mentioned about using the 1767. That's PS form 1767. Now, if you guys remember, or you don't remember, or you don't know, I'll educate you. The PS form 1767 is the form that you use when there is a hazardous situation at work, something needs to be repaired, or there's a piece of equipment that's hanging that needs to be addressed, that needs to be fixed. Maybe you got a first aid kit on the wall if you got one, because child, where I'm at ain't no Jesus Christ, whatever. If it's one on the wall and it's half hanging off and there's no first aid supplies in it, you're supposed to fill out your 1767, which I have right here. The 1767, as you guys can see. So on the 1767, you have to report a hazardous or unsafe condition or practice. And you normally fill it out. It's usually in fours. You get like the first copy, which is white, the yellow copy. I think you have a blue copy here, a pink copy. So you keep a copy, and then this is supposed to go through management, through the chain of command, so that whatever you're reporting as an unsafe work condition, it has to be tracked, and management has 7 days to respond to you in regards to whatever you put on this form. Now, I'm going to give you some tea. Do you think this form is just for stuff at the house? At the house. Child, please. We here so long as the house. But stuff in the workplace that needs to be addressed? Take a minute. Think about it. Is it just for the fact that there may be a hole in the floor that needs to be patched up because the forklifts and the tow motors are riding over it over and over again? Huh? You think so? Is it maybe when you enter your building, there's a bunch of spider webs hanging there and they need to be cleaned? Just for that? You think? You go into the bathroom and someone broke the toilet seat and they never fixed it? You think? Nah, baby, I'm gonna put you on game. This form is for anything in your facility that you consider an unsafe, unhealthy work environment, physically and mentally. Catching my drift? Meaning, if you have a toxic supervisor, now you catching on. A toxic supervisor, someone in management who's toxic, this form can be used for the same goddamn thing. Catch my drift now, right? So if you got a supervisor who's been just picking on you or doing really nasty things or saying nasty things or making your work environment, your work area, mentally unsafe and maybe even physically unsafe, this form is what you need to be using. Now, I know what you're going to say. Miss K, we was never told that. Miss K, I don't even know what the hell that form is because we don't even have none. Number one, these forms should be posted up in a clear box somewhere in your facility on the wall. And if they are not, you're supposed to ask someone in management about this form. Now, you can do this form anonymously, which means you don't have to put any of your information on there. You just put the work location wherever that problem is. You do not have to sign this if you don't want to. You can just put anonymous and put the date on it. Technically, you know nothing in the post office motherfucking anonymous any goddamn way because they're going to find out it was your thinking ass. Who cares? Let them know you ain't about the bullshit. Okay? Now, there is a part here on the form where it says supervisors actions, meaning that if you reported something to management and they didn't do anything about it, or you report it to them and they said they're going to get back to you, you're supposed to put that in that section there. But But if you write in here supervisor's actions, meaning that you express to this particular person in management or a supervisor you do not wish to be spoken to that way or treated that way or whatever they're doing, you put that there. Because the top part is employee's actions, meaning you're supposed to describe your hazardous, unsafe condition or practice. So whatever you're seeing as unsafe, you're supposed to write it here, supervisor's actions. Now, when this comes to the fact that a supervisor is providing a unsafe workplace, they're making it toxic, and you fill out this form, you make sure you put exactly what that supervisor has been doing. Also, put on that form what other steps you've taken. Like I tell you guys before, make sure you go to your union. If they do something or not, make sure it's documented. Make sure you keep documentation. Make sure you went to someone else in management, like the MDO. Because the one thing I've noticed about this form right here, and I'm not trying to discourage none of y'all, this shit goes nowhere. But you got to stay in their ass, because there is a control number that has to be written on the top once it's turned in. Sorry, y'all, I dropped it. A control number here. This form technically does not go through management. It does, but it doesn't. So whoever your maintenance personnel or whatever in your building is there, they actually get this form and they process it. A copy does go to management, but they are the ones that process it because you have that control number. And that control number, you can track the progress of this form. And if your supervisor doesn't let you know in 7 days, well, you know what you can do, right? Listen, I told y'all before, the only people who are going to stop management from behaving and treating employees a certain way is your ass. Put your foot on their fucking necks. We can't keep allowing this foolishness to go on. There's already too many things going on. And this is just another piece in your arsenal that you can use when you need to file a grievance or a complaint or whatever it is. If you've already done it, you're going to do an EEO, do that. Do this too. So that you, baby, remember, you going Uno on their ass. Draw four, Uno, reverse, bitch. Out. Because this is how you get people on paper. Management does not like their names on paper. They don't want their names being called on nothing that's derogatory because it hinders them from moving up. That's why they don't like EEOs. You heard me. I said it. They don't. Because when you get an EEO on you and that mediator comes, that's a legal document that is processed and their name is on it. Which means if they try to go forward to advance their career and they got a certain amount of EEOs, then you trying to go to level 25 or whatever it is. And they going, well, why the fuck you got 5 EEOs on you for the past 7 years? What the fuck is going on with you? They just really don't like you, or what's going on? So I'm just telling y'all, be in the fucking know. I found this shit out myself. So, you know, Miss K, if Miss K find out some shit that's going to help all of us, I'm going to tell y'all so that we all can do it. So remember, your 1767s, not just for hazardous work conditions, not just because the water fountain is hanging on by a thread. There ain't no toilet paper in the bathroom. No. You can also use this, and it was actually deemed to be used for any unsafe work environment. I don't give a fuck what anybody at work tells you. I don't care what your union tell you. They're going to tell you can't use it for that. You're fucking wrong. You're wrong. Look up what this form is for. Look up exactly what it covers. And it will also state in there, think I'm bullshit, look it up. Toxic supervisors. Any unsafe work condition or practice. This form. Okay? All right. So you know, y'all better use this shit. I don't care what anybody tell y'all, because they're going to try to discourage you from doing it. And if you do this form, make sure that you stay on top of the progress of this form. This is about one of the only goddamn forms in the post office that actually gets tracked on what's being done or not. Because if it's about a supervisor or a manager, but particularly a supervisor, and they put that control number on it and it's tracked, it has to go through the proper channels and be addressed. Now, we all know the post office ain't that good on when you telling them shit need to be fixed. But you telling somebody it needs to be fixed and you filling out a form and watching that shit getting processed and staying on top of it is a different story. Like I tell y'all, stay on top of these motherfuckers. Let them know what time it is and we ain't playing no games. Baby, it's about to be 2024. Miss K ain't doing that no more. We ain't doing none of that no more. We ain't playing games no more. This chess, baby, not checkers. Remember that. All right. So, all my postal freaks, you know I love y'all. Just giving y'all a tidbit of information on the 1767. If they don't have it on the wall, displayed, ask for one. They have to give you one. No such thing as they don't have it. No such thing as they can't find it. It come in a big ass stack, wrapped up. They order them by the dozen. And do what y'all need to do. I'm just passing along information, just making sure all y'all know what time it is and what's going on, and keeping y'all in the know. So, always remember, my postal freaks, love and light. Peace.